everyone. Welcome to my show, Autumn is Here. I'm your host, Francine Crawford. And it's always nice to talk to caregivers, but especially when there are current caregivers and they're going through. So we're going to welcome tonight Miss Mary Tinsley Thomas to the show. She is currently taking care of her mom, and she's going to share some information with everyone. We know that everyone's story is different and there's challenges in everyone's story. So we just want to welcome her to the show and she can tell her story. Welcome to the show, Mary.
Thank you for having me.
I just wanted to thank you for taking some time and being on Autumn is Here. I wanted to particularly talk to you because you're actually going through, and it seems like it was kind of a snowball effect. So tell me a little bit about yourself first.
I worked for the New York City Department of Correction for 21 years. I just retired. I also relocated, which is part of this whole program. And I'm now full-time caretaker to my mother, or at least I'm trying to be. It's a challenge.
She's in another state, and you have not moved her yet.
No, I just moved to Florida 3 weeks ago. In the process of moving her also, but she was in and out of the hospital in between being in a nursing home, which became a little challenging. But right now, she's still in New York. I'm in Florida trying to navigate this whole system to get her down here.
Okay, so let's go back. What exactly, was her issue or her illness, or what it made you become her caregiver?
Oh, back in December, she broke her ankle. 2 days after Christmas, she broke her ankle, so she wound up in rehab from there. 3 weeks later, she was in the hospital because she had a UTI. Then she went back to the nursing home. A couple more weeks, she was there. Then she had a seizure, which was unknown to us. She was in the hospital for another 2 weeks. Then she went back to the nursing home. So far, she's been in the hospital and nursing home 4 times, back and forth, back and forth. So I think in the midst of all of that, something got dropped. So now we fighting to try to get her out of there altogether.
Oh, wow. So
with the coverage.
So prior to December 27th, she was living with you?
Yes, and she was fine. She was up and about, going to the senior center 3 times a week, moving around on her own, doing her own thing. She cooked what she wanted to, but, I basically took care of her.
Okay. So when she went to the hospital and then to the nursing home, did you understand that whole environment of, what you have to deal with going through the hospital and nursing home? Were there some things that was unexpected?
In the beginning, it was pretty straightforward. She was there for rehab until they tell me we're going to cut her, which means they're trying to discharge her. But before they could discharge her, she wound up back in the hospital because she had a UTI. So that kind of stopped the clock. This is all based Medicare and her coverage. They were trying to release her because they said they didn't think therapy was helping her.
Her insurance coverage? Her insurance coverage?
Yes, okay. Her insurance. So I had to appeal that to get her back to the nursing home when she was discharged. I won my appeal. They had to take her back. Then she got sick again and wound up back out. Same process. I had to fight them to take her back. And the third time, I had to double appeal in order to get her to stay in the nursing home, which now it's considered short term, but I won the appeal, so it's back under Medicare. It's maddening.
Okay, so what is the process of appeal? What exactly do you have to do?
You have to, if it's Medicare, you call them, you give them a verbal over the phone, your reason why you feel that the person should continue with the care. They review the medical records that they have in front of that the nursing home sends to them because they have to review it based on what you say. There's an independent doctor who reviews everything, and he'll say continue coverage or no. In my case, he said continue. So the nursing home had to continue providing the care for her on all 3 occasions.
Okay. So now she's covered to be there. When you win the appeal, Did they say they put stipulations on it, like, okay, you won the appeal, but she can only stay for a week, 2 weeks, a month, or is just until she finishes her treatment?
Until further notice. She has her care is to continue until further notice.
Okay.
That's what it said. They send you a letter at the end of it that stipulates all of it, and so does the nursing home. They get a letter also.
Okay. So was there like anybody helping you navigate? Like, who helps you navigate? Was it the nurses? Was it the social worker? Did you have somebody appointed, like a patient liaison, to help you to navigate through this? Because I'm sure this is new. All this is new to you.
Brand new. In the hospital, the social, she's a social worker there. She's the one who gave me exactly explicit instructions on what to say, who to talk to do the appeal. So that's how I won that one. The social worker at the hospital, when she was in the hospital, in the nursing home, the social worker there is also like my guiding light. She kind of guides me where I need to be and who I need to talk to and how to get it done. She's the helping hand there.
Okay. So I'm sure all of this was tough. How were you able to manage, like, time management? At one point you were taking care of your mom. She was home and you were working, and then you retired. So how is it time managing? What are you adjusting your schedule? What ways did you have to adjust your schedule? Because I'm sure you had to adjust your schedule somewhere.
Well, it's a blessing that I am retired because my hours were really crazy. But since I'm home, I'm just taking one step at a time. It could be a little overwhelming because between her doctor's appointments and just things in general, it could be a little crazy, but I'm just there doing what I have to do. I don't even think about it. I take a break when I can, I exhale, but overall, I'm just on go time most of the time. For her, I try to make sure she's good. She's comfortable. She has what she needs.
Okay. So now she's in New York. You're trying to transfer her to Florida, but you're trying to transfer her to your home or trying to transfer her to another nursing facility?
I'm transferring her to a nursing facility for long-term care.
Okay. So how is that? How is that process transferring from one state to another? Like, is that really difficult? Like that seems like it requires a lot of paperwork or something.
Yeah, it requires a lot. Let me start from the beginning. The social worker at the nursing home helped me from the beginning. She told me it's expensive to move the body. Definitely it's going to cost. She never did it, so we were learning this together. Then I found out about traveling nurses or medical transport. That's what it's called. It falls under medical transport, and there are nurses that will move the patient what they call bed to bed. They do all the work. They get in touch with the facility that she's leaving from. They get in touch with the receiving facility. They get the tickets. They put her on the plane. They get her off. Bed to bed transfer. There's nothing for you to do but give them all the information. They handle everything else.
Oh, awesome.
Which is a blessing.
Yeah.
Because if you think about when I broke it down, I sat down myself and I said, well, I would have to get somebody to take her from the nursing home to the airport. That's a transport. Then when they get her there, who's going to get her from the transport to the plane? From the plane to off the plane to the next transport. So it's a whole process. So believe me, the medical transport is the best thing. If you need it, use it. It may cost, but it's what you're going to need because it's a lot of work to move a body, especially a person from state to state, if this is what you need to do. So, and they're not
good.
Well, right. She's not mobile, but
your mom is not
right.
mobile.
She's definitely not mobile because if she was, I could have did this myself, maybe with a little help. But because she's not, it's a whole process. If the person needs oxygen, they're flying with a registered nurse all the way, door to door.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Does insurance pay for that, or is that private, or how does that work?
Insurance do not pay for that part at all. That is all out of pocket. Yes, they do not pay for that. They don't care if you want to move the person. Insurance don't care about you moving them from one facility to another. But if it entails interstate, or anything other than that, what's basically not covered, there it's no help for that. It's straight out of pocket.
Wow. That's a lot. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But so right now they're going to prepare her to go to Orlando to a nursing home, and they're setting up.
Yeah.
But so the medical records have to go with her also.
Right. Before she's even accepted, the social worker at where she is had to get in touch with the director over there, who I've been in contact with also. She's looking at the paperwork. She's to see if she can be accepted. Then it becomes Medicaid also, even though right now she's under her insurance, but it becomes part of Medicaid. When you go into a facility long term, it falls under a different type of Medicaid.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm in the process, which the facility at the end, she's helping me navigate the Medicaid part. She said that they will do the application for me. So I started it, but she told me she'll take care of it. She said, I got you on that. We just got to do everything else to try to get her where she needs to be.
Okay.
So I have a lot of help. I can say I have help.
But from the facilities and stuff like that, and the social worker, things like, they have been helping you, and the nurses.
Absolutely. Yes. And they've been helping me navigate all of this. Just sidebar, if anybody needs to deal with Medicaid for a senior, be mindful that they're going to want to see 5 years of bank statements. Wow. So if their pension, their Social Security goes into a bank account, be mindful they're going to want 5 years to just show that that's all they have. They don't have anything. They don't have no secret, gift going in. It's real crazy when she said, well, you could have a yacht. I said, my mother has no yacht. Okay. She has what she had. But especially in New York, they want 5 years of bank statements just to see. Okay. And if her name was ever on another account, they want that account, even though she's not. She's just on it. It becomes a whole lot of paper flying around.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff that you weren't prepared for and unexpected. Yeah. But of course, you can't really prepare for all of this. So how was it personally, your personal challenges, overwhelming, stress, different things? How did you, navigate that? Like, how was it for you? What were your emotions going through this day by day?
Overwhelming, stressed, just totally out of it, because it was just so much I had to learn. But I had friends that helped guide me along the way. They stepped in, they go to see my mother, they check on her when I can't be there. As of right now, I'm in another state, so everyone is pitching in, trying to step up and go check on her so I can try to get this part done. And it's very helpful. You got to have, as one person told me, it takes a village to take care of our parents. And I so appreciate her because she's doing a lot. Yes.
Yeah, it takes a village. It does take a village, So right now, what kind of support do you have for yourself? Because you said sometimes you take a break when you can. What is that? Do you have a support system outside? Do you go to a caregiver support system? Is it church? Is it prayer? Is it meditation? What is that? What is your break where you can rejuvenate yourself, where you can just take care of yourself? Because you have to take care of yourself to take care of someone else. Yeah.
Well, my husband usually try to take me and get me from thinking about all of this. We'll go to the mall, walk in, or we'll just go take a walk. He tried to distract me because sometimes I just sit and I'm just out of it. It's just so overwhelming. But I've gotten better at managing it. I only can do what I can do. I'll talk to somebody. I can do what I can do today, and that's it. So it's a little easier. But he tries to keep me distracted when I get a little crazy. Yeah, he tries. But he said, it's going to be okay. And I go, all right, I know. It doesn't seem that way when all these things are happening at the same time. But he's helpful.
That's good.
I'll give him credit.
You have that support. You need that support. You need to take care of yourself, so you can be, ready for anything that happens. I mean, what's happening to you is like a lot of different things because you have to travel someone who's not, relocate someone who's not mobile. And that's a whole issue within itself.
Yes.
That's a lot. And I'm sure you do a lot of worrying and trying to get, things together and whatever. And, so it's good that you have that support system. So is there anything that you would like to share with someone that may be going through it or may have not gone through it, but things to maybe get in line or get prepared or, any kind of advice or challenges that you ran into that you can help somebody else to navigate through?
Ask some questions, ask questions. If you don't know, try to find someone that can guide you in the right direction. If it comes down to someone being in a hospital, the social workers in the hospital are great resources because they really helped me. Even after the fact, I went back and still talked to her. She still was ready. The nursing home, she's learning along the way because this is a different challenge for her, but she's done well. I have to give her credit. In the beginning, she was a little crazy. I said, it's going to be okay. I told her that, even though I had no clue, but you got to have a support system. If you don't know, just ask. Somebody can help guide you along the way. And just take it one day at a time because I had to exhale because it was a little challenging for me. It was just me trying to do it, and it was really hard.
Okay. So how old is your mom? How old is your mom?
She's 93.
God bless.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's good. So that's another challenge too.
Yeah, because at times she gets in her little mood and you can't get through. You try to feed her. She doesn't want to open her mouth. She keeps her mouth closed. I said, Ma, you want to go to Florida? Yeah, but you got to open your mouth. So I have to bribe her. So she gets it done. Or I try to, since I'm not there now, I'm seeing her on FaceTime and I've told her, I said, it's going to happen. Okay. It's going to happen. Just be patient because she's really ready to go.
She's ready to go.
Yeah, she's ready to go. She's ready to go. So,
well, we're
gonna get there.
When you went down to find a nursing home, did you visit the nursing home? Did you see the nursing home? You did.
Yes, okay. I had 3 on my list. 2 I focused on, and I narrowed it down to the one. I really liked it. When I spoke to them before I got here, she was very helpful. When I came, we had a very nice visit. You walked in, the place is very nice. They engage them, make them get up. They get them up and get them involved, and they get outside to get sunshine. They take them around. So I said, this is where my mother needs to be. She can be like antisocial, I guess. I don't want to do that, but they're going to get her moving. And it's close to me. It's about 20 minutes from where I live at now.
Oh, okay.
So that I didn't want to be too far away out, that I got to travel too far to get to her. So it's close.
So would you suggest that if someone had to relocate their parent prior to that, it's better to go and see the place rather than calling the place and interviewing the place over the phone?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to go see for yourself where that person is going to be. And there's a bunch of questions you need to ask, which I did. I asked every one of them. So I had all the answers that I needed before I got there. And when I went there, I asked the questions again so I can see exactly what she told me. And everything was very good, very good. She was very knowledgeable because she's there. It's just her job. But like I said, it's her job, but it's also where my mother's going to be. And I need to make sure she's going to be happy and I'm going to be happy leaving her there.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you found some place that you're comfortable with. It's not too far from you. Because it's a whole new thing for you because you're in a whole new state that you've never been.
Yeah, it's the challenge that
so you're starting a big move now. Your mom, so that's added on to you. So, so is there anything else that you would like to say to anyone, to the audience, that would shine a light on something?
Just take it, like I said, take it one day at a time. You're going to have to exhale a lot and lean on anybody that you can that can help you, give you some resources because you can't do it by yourself. And if you can't be there, hopefully somebody else could step in for you and help you out because it can be overwhelming when you got to constantly run and check on that person. And if you're moving, definitely visit the place. Don't just call and look online. set foot in there, let them give you a tour so you'll feel comfortable if that's where you want to leave that person. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving Autumn Is Here an interview. I'm sure that it will help some people who are going through, or especially with the relocation and the different things of going back and forth between nursing home to doctors and nursing home to the hospital and things like that. You know, people are going through that and they don't know how to navigate and they don't know who to ask for help. So some very good information that will help someone. So I thank you for taking the time out to be interviewed on Autumn Is Here. So.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right. Well, good night.
Good night now.